Dear friends, welcome to Petrosult and Unamart P&U channel. Today, I am going to present a video show that I have prepared for you about influence of human factors in petroleum and chemical process industries as part 1. Human factors is a common term given to the widely recognized discipline of addressing interactions in the work environment between people, a facility, and its management systems. According to the Association of Oil and Gas Producers, OGP, human factors can be defined as the interaction of individuals with each other, with facilities and equipment, and with management systems. The term human factors has many synonyms and related terms, such as ergonomics, appropriate and comfortable. Ergonomics is the term literally means laws of work. Despite significant technological developments and investment within the petroleum and chemical process industries, the plants and associated systems do not always work or function as effectively as planned. More often than not, this can be attributed to the failure to consider human interactions, or because inaccurate assumptions are made about how people will behave. There is therefore a fundamental need to recognize that people are at the heart of any system. Even the most highly automated of systems is in place. Human beings differ quite considerably from the hardware, software, or chemical elements. Nevertheless, the human is an essential, beneficial, and integral aspect of the work system and needs to be effectively considered and defined. It is therefore important to understand the context and the interfaces within the work system where human interactions occur. Humans vary considerably in their capabilities and limitations. It is not always easy to predict or preempt how they may behave. Human factors is based on well-established underpinning scientific knowledge, tools and techniques that enable that knowledge to be applied to system design, development and optimization. The primary focus of human factors is to optimize health, safety and performance, and is undertaken by focusing specifically on the human interactions that occur within a work system. Awareness of human factors and human reliability has increased significantly over the last few decades, primarily due to major catastrophes that have had significant human error contributions. Human factors have impacted to a number of major industrial accidents, with many leading to multiple fatalities. The notable industrial accidents that have taken place due to negligence or incompetence are being highlighted here. Moninga coal mining disaster, December 6, 1907. In West Virginia's Marion County, USA, an explosion in a network of mines owned by the Fairmont Coal Company in Moninga kills 361 coal miners. Oppau explosion, Germany, September 21, 1921. Oppau explosion in Germany occurred when a tower silo storing 4,500 tons of a mixture of ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate fertilizer exploded, killing 500 to 600 people and injuring about 2,000 more. Flicks for a chemical disaster, June 1, 1974. The Flixborough disaster was an explosion at a chemical plant close to the village of Flixborough, North Lincolnshire, England. It killed 28 people and seriously injured 36 out of a total of 72 people on site at the time. 3 Mile Island Nuclear Power Plant disaster, March 28, 1979. The 3 Mile Island Unit 2 reactor near Middletown partially melted down. Small radioactive releases had no detectable health effects on plant workers or the public. Bhopal gas disaster, December 3, 1984. The Bhopal disaster, also referred to as the Bhopal gas tragedy at the Union Carbide India Limited (UCIL) pesticide plant in Bhopal, India. Over 500,000 people were exposed to methyl isocyanate (MIC) gas. The highly toxic substance made its way into and around the small towns located near the plant. Chernobyl nuclear power plant disaster, April 26, 1986. At the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, a test on reactor number 4 went out of control, resulting in a nuclear meltdown. The ensuing steam explosion and radiation killed up to 50 people, with estimates that there may be between 4,000 and several 100,000 additional cancer deaths over time. Exxon Valdez crude oil spill, March 24, 1989. The Exxon Valdez oil spill occurred in Prince William Sound, Alaska, when Exxon Valdez, an oil tanker owned by Exxon Shipping Company, struck Prince William Sound's Fly Reef 2.4 kilometers west of Tatadlik, Alaska. It spilled 11 million gallons of crude oil. The spilled crude oil slick covered 1,300 miles of coastline and killed hundreds of thousands of seabirds, otters, seals, and whales. Formosa vinyl chloride explosion, April 23, 2004. 5 workers were fatally injured and 2 others were seriously injured when an explosion occurred in a polyvinyl chloride (PVC) production unit at Indianapolis, Illinois, east of Springfield, USA. The explosion forced a community evacuation and lighted fires that burned for several days at the plant. Fukushima nuclear power plant accident, March 11, 2011. Following a major earthquake, a 15-meter tsunami disabled the power supply and cooling of 3 Fukushima Daiichi reactors, causing a nuclear accident. All 3 cores largely melted in the first 3 days. The accident was rated level 7 on the International Nuclear and Radiological Event Scale. There have been no deaths or cases of radiation sickness from the nuclear accident, but over 100,000 people were evacuated from their homes as a preventative measure. Official figures show that there have been 2,313 disaster-related deaths among evacuees. Philadelphia Energy Solutions refinery explosion, June 21, 2019. A part of the Philadelphia Energy Solutions refinery blew up. The explosion, which resulted the release of a mixture of volatile and highly toxic gases. Miraculously, no one was seriously hurt in the moments following the blast. Each of these accidents have identified different types of human errors and failings. Due to the results of these events, it has been widely recognized that more information about human actions and errors is needed to improve safety and operation of nuclear power plants. The companies must consider human factors in their own organizational structure to ensure that the management structure and the relationships between work groups are conducive to successful human performance. Without adequate attention to the human interactions that occur within a work system, there is potential that performance and safety may be compromised. Another finding is that even in companies with good general safety records, occasional large-scale disasters occur which shake public confidence in the chemical process industry. The common factor in both of these areas is the problem of human error. Human error is probably the major contributor to loss of life, injury to personnel and property damage in the petroleum and chemical process industries. Rather than waiting to appear in the headlines, proactive companies aggressively use their incident investigation system to identify near-miss situations in which human errors occurred but did not result in serious consequences this time. This is the end of today's video. In my next video on this subject, I will bring for you more interesting videos on influence of human factors in petroleum and chemical process industries. You may send your comments and observations about the content of this video. You may follow us via Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube by typing Petrosult and Unamart. For receiving our videos on various topics of corrosion control, asset integrity management and process safe management, you may subscribe our channel. We deliver training courses on various topics of corrosion control, asset integrity management and process safety management as in-house, public place and online programs. Thank you very much for watching this video.